Let me do some housekeeping. Montenegro. Oh, I need that country. Oh yeah. Why not? Why not Montenegro? What time is it? It's 3:06 p.m. here in Yonkers, New York. Let me do a little housekeeping here. Let me take this plastic bottle over here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good afternoon, RRT08. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Friday. I'm just doing a little FT8 right now. I was been busy the last couple of days. I'm getting ready to put some kitchen cabinets on the kitchen. I think we're gonna receive them tomorrow. So I had to prime the wall, paint it. We still need the final paint before we put up the cabinets. So I've been busy. You know, once the kitchen done, so don't blame her. Yeah, so it looks like conditions got better. I haven't been on the last couple of days, so I figured let me be on today, couple of hours, and then tomorrow. Well, let me see how the weather is tomorrow. Let me see how the weather is tomorrow. The weather is beautiful today, but the air quality is not that good. Plus, my son is home today. He didn't go to school. My wife said to keep him home, so I didn't have to go outside and pick him up. I didn't have to take him to school today or anything. Because the air quality is not the best today because we had, well, not we, it's in New Jersey. So much something going on with New Jersey. I guess they had a wildfire a few days back. Some kid, they already caught the kid. Basically, I guess he had some, I don't know, they had like some kind of bonfire, and I guess he didn't put out the bonfire, and it just went out of control. And of course, he got arrested. So, you know, dumbassery, people playing with fire. I remember when I was younger, I hate to sound so old. I'm 58, but I remember, I know a lot of people like that they didn't, they would have a barbecue in a park, and they didn't clean up after anything. They would just leave it there. And I can only imagine when they go camping and stuff like that. So in this case, I don't know how many acres. It was a lot. It was a big fire. It was a big wildfire in New Jersey. So people never, people just don't, no common sense. Literally, no common sense. You know, is for example, me when I light a match. You know, after you're done lighting a match, right? And you put out the match, you don't just throw it in the trash. You don't just throw the match, even though it went out. You don't throw the hot match in the trash. In my case, I run it in the sink. I run it in the sink. And I'll leave it there for a few minutes. I'll leave it by the sink. I'll run it, make sure it's wet and it's soaking wet, and there's no heat in there. There's no glow. I'm very paranoid when it comes to that stuff. Before I throw it in my own trash, and that's me because I'm very like that. My wife is not like that. I know a lot of people they'll just light a match and put out the match, and they literally within seconds throw it in the trash, which is the worst thing you can do because that match is still hot. Even if you turn it off, even if you put it out, right? You throw it in the trash. Who does that? But apparently, I've seen a lot of people do that. And it drives me nuts when I see people do that. I'm like, just run it in the sink for a minute or two, and then leave the match there for a few minutes before you put it in the garbage. So apparently, this guy, I don't know what he did. I don't know if they said it was a bonfire. They had some kind of a bonfire. The kid did, and I guess he didn't put it out properly. He left, and New Jersey had a wildfire because of one stupid kid, the teenage kid. But they're charging him with arson. You know, it's just stupid. It's just people doing stupid things. This is what happens. No common sense. I mean, literally, no common sense whatsoever. None. Zero. Zero. Okay, let me see who's this guy here. Okay. Is he still contacting? Anyway, let me close out this guy right here. Let me contact with him. I guess Montenegro left. Okay, come on, let's close it out. Anyway, let me read the comment and then I'll go back here. Yeah. So hello, Glenn Dansler. I hope you're doing well, my friend. RRT08. I painted my house last summer, and you know that my voice sounds better now. That's another thing. The last time I was on, my voice was kind of hoarse. I gave it a few days rest. A couple of days, like 3 days almost 3 days. So my voice sounds better now. It's more. I noticed that the last time my voice was sounding a little hoarse. Yeah. Yeah. Painting my house last summer. We were getting storms today. We are getting storms today. Our air quality has been bad too. Yeah, Anyway, tomorrow probably I'll be outside working on the yard. So I said, let me do a live stream today. I was thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow actually, but I think I'm just gonna relax tomorrow. I'll do the live stream today, and then tomorrow I'll just be out there. I wanna relax. I don't want to be in the house tomorrow. I may even go for a long walk. Hello, Mansway. Yeah, good afternoon. Mansway, the news about this clean guy. I don't know what that is. These kids need proper. I don't know what you mean by clean guy. But this wildfire that happened in New Jersey. I know Theo sent me a message, a comment saying if I'm okay. I live in Yonkers. I'm far away from New Jersey. I'm nowhere near it. It's just the air quality, and it's not that bad. But you want to be cautious about it. Okay, that's the guy's name, Kling. Okay, I didn't even know the kid's name. Okay, so thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, I didn't know the kids. All I heard on the radio is some kid. I didn't wasn't even paying attention to it. But yeah, you figure it's something that when it happened. Normally, a lot of those wildfires is because of some idiot. Either which a lot of people do too. They driving down the highway, they smoking a cigarette. They're done with the cigarette, and they fling it out the window. They fling it out the window, and it lands in one of those areas where there's a lot of dry brush or whatever, and boom, we have a fire. So, and I remember right before last summer, we were getting actually last summer, we were getting the Canadian wildfires. I hope we don't get that this summer, please. I hope we need to stop this stupidness. I mean, really, we need to stop this stupidness already. People need to be more, be careful. You know, if you smoke, don't just throw your butts, the butts, and fling it anywhere. Put it out properly. Does it hurt? Well, if you put it out and leave it in your car, have a little ashtray in your car, leave it in your car. I mean, it's just stupidity. It's really stupidity. You have to fling your butt out the window and then land on some dry leaves along the highway or something, or dry brush or whatever. What the hell? I got hurt of what? Vietnam or Thailand? I just got hurt in Thailand. Wow. Did you see that? It went over I guess it went over the North Pole. Went over the North Pole and boom. Is that Thai on right now? Let me see. Okay, this guy's just oh no, okay, hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, I don't see no Thai here. Wow, it just went from just skip right over the pole, right over the North Pole. You see that? Thailand. 10 meters. If I zoom out, yeah, look. Let me go here. So if I zoom out, I went over the North Pole and boom, into Thailand. The signal. Now you can see it better. Let me see it. There you go. You see it now? So I got hurt in Thailand. What the hell's going on today? That's their quality right there. It's creating some skip. So let me see who's that. Yeah. IC, yeah, so he has an IC 7300. And let me put up the information right there. So I got hurt by this person or this call sign. 14,000 kilometers minus 4. All right, there you go. Let me see what's this call sign. I'm going to look it up. E25CRF. Let me look it up over here. I don't want to see if it's it might be a station actually. CRF. Yeah, so I guess it's, oh, Jesus. Oh, what happened now? Okay, my thing just froze. Okay, here we go. Yesu. It says Yesu here. So this is who just heard me from Thailand. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, he worked a lot of countries. Wow, look at him. Man, I gotta show a picture of that screenshot. So 8 minutes ago, he heard me in Thailand. So I went over the pole into Thailand. Yeah, I see WJCX 2.71, ICOM 7300. It doesn't say what antenna he has though. Sometimes they put the antenna. No, and then of course this one is in New Zealand, but that's New Zealand. But Thailand's early. Wow, still still. Hello, James Farley. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. So yeah, RT08. We are getting air quality from fires in the Southwest. Okay, so wow, Southwest. Okay, let me minimize this. I want to see something over here. Okay, this guy. What is wrong with this guy? Why is this guy sending so much? I hate when this happens. Anyway, let me do FT4. This guy's stupid right now. Like, we already made contact. He keeps sending me stuff. FT4. Nobody on there now. Now, as I'm saying, conditions can change like that. Now, I got hurt in Thailand. Earlier during the day, I couldn't even get a contact. Now I got hurt in Thailand. And that's early for that. But it went over the pole. And that's usually what happens. These right here, usually they go over the pole. Okay, nothing on. Anyway, let me do FT4 for a few minutes. Yeah, that's that's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so my voice sounds better. That's another reason. Yeah, because I noticed last time I was on, my voice was really hoarse. It's getting hoarse. Anyway, let me talk about this radio that I just bought from eBay, and I wanted to show. They shipped it out today, so I should get it by Tuesday. So let me get this volume down, and it is this one right here. Is another? I was looking into another HD radio. I looked at the HDR, the one that you're talking about, the HDR-16, but they're asking too much for that right now. They're asking too much money for that. So I was looking around. I'm looking around. Of course, I have the Sangean HDT1 tuner. It's a stereo tuner. That one is pretty good, but this is the competitor. Sony came out with a few of them, and this is the competitor to the Sangean HD tuners, and this one is pretty good. So here it is. So I bought that one for $40, and let me see what was the price. Let me go over here. Where is it at? Let me see. I have to go on eBay. Tell you the exact price. eBay. So I paid $47.15. So I paid $47.15 total for this receiver. Let me go turn off the sump pump. I have it running. I just want to. I had a little bit of. Let me. All right. I need to go get some water upstairs. So anyway, $47 and hello Chico P Radio 2009. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. So 47. What was the price again? I'm sorry. 47.15. So he was, that's it was selling for 30. Let me see. Shipping was a little bit. Not this one, Danny. Yeah, but I bought a used one. It's used. It's a used one. It's from eBay. I'm just showing you the correct. This is another website, but I'm showing you the display how it looks like. The one that I bought is kind of beat up. One corner is peeling in one corner. This grill comes out. It has two speakers right here. Two speakers. If you look around, this they go for like $100, whatever. But I saw one. Let me see. Let me put it. I don't want to put all my information here. That's why I don't want to show you my eBay stuff. Let me see what was the original price. I have to look at let me look at the order details. Let me see what the original price was. Yeah, so he was selling it for $30. Shipping is $13, and then the tax, $384. So it came out to $47.15. All right. So I think that's a very good price for this receiver. So $47.15. I should get it by Tuesday. This one does AM and FM, HD radio, RDS, AM digital also, by the way, AM digital. So I already seen a few videos on this. This radio can DX on both. It can DX on medium wave and FM. It can do both. And supposedly this radio is better than the same GM tune that I have. Has to do with the selectivity. This one is more narrow, the bandwidth. The problem with the SangGN, it's a very good tuner, the SangGN HDT1. Let me put a picture of the HDT1. Let me go back over here. Yeah, SangGN HDT1. Because we're getting near trope, FMDXing and all that, and I want to have the receivers ready. The good thing about this one, I don't have to hook this one to stereo. This one has two speakers, everything. So I just got to hook up the antenna to it, and that's it. With this one. So let me show a picture of the HDT1. So I have this one. I already have this one. But supposedly the Sony one is a little bit better than this one. because of the selectivity. This is a pretty good receiver. I mean, yeah, a pretty good tuner. I have this one. It's really good. And I bought mine for $50. When I bought this one, I paid $50. Okay? This one, you have to hook it up to stereo. Okay? You see? Easy radio. Okay, so minimize that. So I got this one now. So this one's gonna be here by Tuesday. Let me see the other pictures of it. They don't have no other pictures of it. Okay. Let me put another. Let me get another picture of it. That's something else that I picked up, by the way. But I didn't pay that price for it. I got it from eBay too. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me find another better. Sony. Let me get another website with him. Let me see if Gizmodo has a. I don't have a video of it. I don't want to see. I don't want to play another video of it. No, I don't want to play a video of it. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see. This one has better pictures of it. No, I guess I'm gonna have to put the eBay one. I'll put the eBay one. Let me just put another one with better pictures, so you can see the back of it and all that. Let me see if they have another one because they do sell. Somebody's selling. Let me see if this one has a. Let me see if he has a whole bunch of. Okay, this one has a whole bunch of pictures. So I'll put this one. All right, let me minimize that. Yeah. So let me start from up here. Let me just put the full picture. I hate when they shrink it down like this. It sucks. Okay, hold on. It's me. My bad. Sorry. Okay, I think that's. Let me get right there, close to it at least. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So this is the one I ordered. Mine doesn't come with a remote. I mean, I paid $47. Is it's not brand new. It's obviously it's old. I have these antennas like a whole bunch of them, so I don't care about that. It don't come with a remote, but I don't need it. You don't need it for this. So this one is the competitor to the Sangean HDT series, and Sony made about 3 models of these. They made this one. They made a black one that you could put an iPod on, and then they made another one. So, and supposedly their chip is actually better than the Sangean. So I'm dying to try this one out for medium wave DXC and for FM DXC. So of course you got the controls up here. You see. Okay, I need to sip of water. So this one, somebody's selling this one for $74. Anyway, so this is the way it looks on the top. You have the volume. So you got your controls up here, your tune select, and then there's a speaker grill. So this thing comes out. You could take this out, and you can see the speakers. It has, it's a stereo. It has 2 speakers. Okay, and that's the back of it. So you got your AM antenna and your FM antenna external to put on there. And you got your headphone jack. And you got a line in right here. You got a line in. All right, and you got a reset button over here. Reset, I guess like a pinhole. You need to reset it. And that's another shot of it right there. It even has a ground screw. Right? Yeah, it looks like the ground screw. Is that the ground screw? No, that cannot be. No, no, I don't think that's just a. Why would it have the ground sign here? Anyway. And then underneath it has a fan, because that's one thing about this radio. The earlier version of this radio was very notorious for getting hot. So this one, this model, they put a fan. There's a fan underneath it to keep it cool. Because this radio gets hot. That's the only thing about the radio. So you see there's a fan in there. Okay. So this radio is rated to be a very good AM and FM DXing radio. Oh shoot! Okay, sorry, my bad. All right. Of course, that's the tag there. Okay. I just want to show you all that because yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, James Farley. Yeah, to the screw, take it out. Yeah, probably that. Yeah, I was like, why would they put a screw there? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. RT08. Now, how did I miss this radio even on Crutchfield? Well, it's discontinued. It's been discontinued for a while. It's been discontinued for a while. It's an older radio now. It's not a brand new radio. It's been around for a few years. So anyway, that's the model right there. Okay, digital radio XDR-S3. I think there's an S10, and then there's another model. But these XDR from Sony, they're a competitor of the Sangean. And this is with the grill off. When you take out the speaker grill, it's like this. Okay? So you can remove the speaker grill, and this is the way it looks. All right? So, and $47 total. Hey, I had to pull the trigger on that one. It was going to be this or another TF 6686 radio. And I said, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger on this guy. I had to pull the trigger. That's with the YouTube money. The YouTube money. And they're going to speak at very good quality speakers. Very nice quality speakers. Of course, they got a big display on it. Of course, I got a million of these antennas. I got about 5 or 6. I got 5 or 6 of these antennas. These are the ones that come with the stereo. Anyway, that's the radio. Alrighty, so that is the radio, and there you go. Let me close this one. So and let me look over here. So I already have this one. So it's basically the competitor of this one. So I'm gonna play around. When I bring it, I'm gonna hook it up to the well, hopefully by then I'm gonna move everything on this side of the room. And I want to put them side by side. But the other one, I don't need to hook it up to stereo because it has speakers and all that. This one, I have to hook it up to stereo. But it's interesting. There's a video out there already that did a comparison with both. And the other one kind of beat out this one by a little bit. I can hear the difference, but I heard one station so it kind of, because the only thing about this one, it is a little bit wide. It could be a little bit wide. I wish you could narrow it. Because don't get me wrong, the IDX of this one. You know, I picked up Cuba on medium wave on this receiver, on this tuner with the MFJ 1886 loop. I picked up, on 640. I have a video of that. I've seen people get Mexican stations with the other receiver. With the other receiver, let me see. Well, right now, okay. You know what? I'm gonna switch over. Let me switch over to FT8 because I was on FT4 for some idiot kept sending me, even though I was done with him. Anyway, I'm on FT8 now, 10 meters. I'm gonna call out CQ now. Let me. So if you see me on there, if you see me there, yeah. Yeah, if you're on 10 meters, that's the only one I can do 10 meters. I could only do 10 meters, that's it. I'm not licensed to do right now my license only allows me to do 10 meters FT8. So yeah, my license. I could only do 10 meters. 10 metros. Yeah, so you see? 10 metros. I have to upgrade. I only could do 10 meters. So you got to be on 10 meters. Yeah, so you got to be on 10 meters. I'll look out for you. I'm entry level. I'm a technician. I have to get my general. That's the intermediate. I don't have that. I don't have intermediate. I have beginner. So, Jim's ready to check. Hello. I hope you're doing well. So yeah. So the Sony one is a competitor to this one. So now that I have the Sony one, I'm dying to see the difference. And don't get me wrong, this one is pretty good. It's a pretty good one for AM and FM. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Let me see what else I have here. Yeah, I'm calling out CQ now on 10. But yeah. Mm. That one has an amp already. So Edgar Melendres. So yeah, so if I see you on the I see you're making contact with someone from Italy. Okay, I see you. I see you here. That's you, right? Let me see. Let me open up this again. Sorry. Let me see what's your call. Yeah, yeah. So that's okay, so you're right there. You are making contact with Italy. Well, you was, now you okay. So if you when you show up here, boom. Okay, so that means I can see you. Okay. Yeah, I just saw you, so yeah, I'm gonna keep calling out, and then eventually we'll see. Well, okay. Oh yeah, you could call out CQ. If I see you calling out CQ, I'll contact you. If I don't see you on the call roster, there's no way I'm gonna be able to. Yeah. So where am I? James Farley, Danny, I watched your review of the MFJ 1886 loop. No, I don't want to do that right now because I have to disconnect and yeah. I don't want to do my phone now because I'm doing a live stream and I want to. I'm talking about something else. Plus, I got to tune to a frequency and all that. Danny, I watched a review of the MFJ 86 this morning. Are you going to add? No, that one has the MFJ has a built-in amp on the loop itself. If you look at the loop, it has like a little box in the middle. That is the amplifier. Everything is in there, the amplifier and all that. And then I have another box here that's called a bias T. It's just like the MLA 30, the same thing. And I have a bias T. It's a mess down there. I don't know if you can see it right there. I don't want to see my ugly feet. It's right there. It's a box. Anyway, I don't. Anyway, you've seen the video. It's a black metal box, and that one is 12 volts. That's why you kept disconnecting and connecting, and it still worked. Are you talking about the MFJ? I mean the MFJ. If you don't, because it has an on and off switch too. It has an on and off switch. So I don't want to lift it because I don't want to run the. I don't want to lift it and show you because I don't want to run the risk of disconnecting something else and then I lose the stream. Anyway, you seen the video. Everything is in the video. So and of course that one is discontinued too. They're not selling that one anymore. MFJ no longer selling new stuff. I think they already. I think they already closed. Didn't they close the website up already and everything? And I have a second one over there on the other side of the room. Uh, but yeah, no, I can't show you because I got too many wires going all over the place, and I have a mess here. I don't want to run the risk of tripping over something and disconnecting something, and then bye bye live stream. Can't do it. Sorry. There's videos on there, and those are all SL239 connectors. I can show you a picture on the website. Let me see if actually I can just show you the video. I can show you my video. Let me go to let me go here. Let me close all this up. I got too many stuff going on anyway. I got too many windows open. Actually, I'll just show pictures of it. I already show a picture of it anyway. Okay, 86. The thing is, they're not selling it anymore. I mean, I don't know. There's still some in stock, and you can buy them. Yeah, it looks like they're still in stock. Yeah, so they still have MFJ still sells them right there. So in here is the So in here, is the amplifier. Is in there. The amplifier is in there. And then on the other side is a black box with a switch. It's called a bias T. And I don't have a picture of the bias T here. Anyway, so that's the loop. Aluminum, of course, it's aluminum. And let me see this guy's. Yeah, I don't see him calling. I see another Argentinian calling on CQ, but it's not you. Yeah, I see another Argentinian, but not you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're still selling it. I think they're just trying to clear out the inventory. I think they're just trying to sell out the inventory and you know. And that's what it goes down to. 500 kilohertz up to 30 megahertz. And it's 12 volts. It's 12 volts. They have another one. It's called the MJ 1888, but I haven't seen a video on it anywhere. And that one is more expensive. That one's supposed to go down to the long wave band, but I don't know what happened with that one. And it comes with a multi-coupler. But they're no longer they're just selling out what they have. I guess that's it. So, uh, when I bought that antenna, the MLA 30 was not out yet. So, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. Now would I buy the antenna now? No, I wouldn't buy the antenna now. It's still a good antenna. You know it it beats out the MLA 30 by uh, I don't I hate to say it. It's pretty close. It goes back to what I keep saying. Because when I first bought that MFJ 1886 loop, I put it up on the roof. It was noisy. I mean, I had it indoors. That antenna you cannot have indoors. It's too noisy. I put it on the roof. It was much better. But I noticed when I put it down here, it's way better. Same thing happened with the MFJ with the MLA 30. I had it on the roof. It was okay. It was good. But when I found a quiet spot for it, it really performs well. I bought it because it's the alternative to the Wellbrook. I wanted the Wellbrook, but I don't want to pay $500 for a Wellbrook. I'm sorry, I don't want to pay. I'm not paying $500 for one. And that's the closest thing to a Wellbrook. You know, yeah, that's the closest thing to a Wellbrook. That's why I bought it. Well, it's not that easy. Well, they just arrested a judge today, and good that she got arrested for interfering with deport with ICE. They were trying to arrest somebody for deportation, and she interfered and she tried to hide him, and now she's arrested. It's about time they start arresting these judges interfering with what we voted for. I'm sorry. It's just, it's nonsense. It's not that simple to turn on the transmitter. So, they're just blowing smoke. Well, again, the transmitter, like Greenville. Yeah, I said some of these transmitters, they're old. You probably shut them down. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye. You know, I don't know. To me, I really don't care. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. I don't really want to get into the whole judge thing. Seriously, I don't care about it. I just don't care. I think they all, you know, whether it's radio or deportation, whatever. I just don't care. I don't care anymore. If they don't want to send them back, don't send them back. You know what? That'll be the end of, that'll be the death knell to this country. And that's it. You know what? And I'll leave it at that. Like people don't understand that you cannot have a society where you let everybody in here, you give them free shit. It's not sustainable. Okay, that's it. There was fine a rally cry for every little thing. Now it's student loans. Oh, I don't want to pay back my student loans. Come on, these people never ending shit with these people. I mean, seriously, you know. And one thing is another. That's why I lately I had to honestly I had to tune it out. I had to tune out, listen to radio. I took a break. I've been taking a break here and there. Other than my band scans, because it's exhausting what these judges are doing. It's exhausting. I'm glad that judge got arrested today. I'm glad. We need more of that with their fucking robes. Like they have so much fucking power. And I don't want to talk about it because people get all pissy about shit. What the hell is this? DRC. What is this called? What is this country? PJ. What is that? No, that cannot be. Okay, let me see. PJ. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to call this one. Generate. I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna look it up over here on this site because I don't know what the hell this is. PJ. Let me see what this is. Come on, bro. Let me go over here. Let me put it over here. Yeah, I don't, it doesn't come up on QRZ what the hell that is. I have no idea what that is. Let me just put the tab in there. Okay. I have no idea what it is. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so I picked this one up. I was meaning to pick this one up last time. This is for the donor antenna. So this is a low noise amplifier. It has a battery inside. So you need to charge this up. And then what you do is you hook up I'll show you, for example, with this one. Let me get a radio over here with the donor antenna ready on it. And of course, that one is coming from China. But I didn't order from here. I ordered from eBay. I ordered mine from eBay, and I paid what was the total price? It might be about $19. I forgot what the it was on sale for $13, and then I had to pay. Let me see. Again, I have to do it over here because I don't want. Let me go to my purchase. So it was a total of $19.05. So, but that one's not going to be here for a while because that's coming from China. So let me close this tab. I'm minimizing all these tabs now. Yeah, so this is a low noise amplifier. So this one has a battery in it. You have to charge it up because that's going to go in between. It's going to go in between here. This is the AM donut antenna. Let me turn on this light and see if I can see it better. Can you see it better? Yeah, AM donut antenna. The radio, that's going to go in between. It's an amplifier. Now for the Q-Dose thing, you don't need it. But for this one does not have an amplifier. It does not have an amplifier. So I want to try that out. I want to try it out with this. And I also the Mala Hit. You know the Mala Hit radio? Again, that one also, you could use something like this for amplifier. And you put it in between. So you're gonna put the antenna on one, you're gonna put the antenna on in, and then this is gonna be connected to here. Okay. And that's an amplifier. That's a low noise amplifier. Like I said, I paid $19 for mine, so I want to try it out with the donut antenna. It's okay, the donut antenna, but I want to see how it performs with an amplifier with a radio like this. Because this video is already sensitive, and I want to see if they can, and basically it'll make this antenna to an active antenna. That's what you're doing. See, right now there's a passive antenna. There's a passive antenna. And same thing with all the other loops. The ones that I bought, the donut set, right? They're all passive. That means there's no amplifier. But in that, you put that here, that turns that into amplifier. It turns it into what they call a active loop or active antenna. And this one was the frequency range on this one. Let me see, what is the frequency? Let me see. So it's I think 100. Yeah, so 100 kilohertz up to 6 gigahertz. Okay, so this is long wave, medium wave, short wave, all the way up to 6 gigahertz FM. So this to amplify, okay. And there's a battery in here. You see, you got an on and off switch. If you want to turn it on, that's what I like about this one too. It has an on and off switch. So if you want to, if I'm listening, I could listen to it. If I don't want to have it on, I can just turn off the switch. If I want to have it, I could turn on the switch and it'll amplify the signal. Okay, so that's a good thing. It has an on and off switch. And then let me see, where's the charging port size right there. And that's the power, but it also you can charge. Okay. Let me see what we're using. So say something on the road works great with a 100 feet loop, antenna 3 feet. You can also you could use that with a homebrew antenna. Like if you make your own loop, like I did when I made that copper loop with the balun. I used another one that I had internally, but I could have put that one outside. This one I could have it outside and just turn it on, and it would have been an active loop antenna. Okay. Let me see if there's any more. See, it said, but this guy wrote battery completely depleted. So the battery's in there, but you got to charge it. I guess this guy opened it up. Let me see. Yeah, he opened his up. Okay. So that is the Ham Geek MT 1129 low noise amplifier. Like I said, I ordered mine from eBay. I didn't order it from here. Because I don't want to buy anything from AliExpress. Uh, not anytime soon, probably never again. I'd rather pay more somewhere else. Like anyway, and I still got a good price on Amazon for the donut antenna set. Because the donut antenna set, all four antennas were $22. That's pretty good price. So now I got the low noise amplifier for them. So now I want to try them out with the amplifier too to see if especially outside. Especially outside, I want to see if it can improve, boost the signal, improve the signal. Uh, I know some people. I know some people poo-poo these. They're not that bad. It's just for example, I actually found the AM antenna to work okay. But again, I haven't tried it outside yet. Now that the weather's getting nicer, I'm going to try it over the weekend. I want to be outside like maybe tomorrow night. I may do a live stream outside with this antenna tomorrow night. I don't know. Or, I may surprise you guys. I may be, 3 in the morning. I may do a live stream out in the evening with this one. I'm going to have all of them out there, and I'll switch antennas with this radio. And, but when I get the amplifier, I'm going to try with that too. So, and I have amplifiers, but now with the battery, I have ones that you need power. You need external power. That one has a battery built. It has a battery with it. That's why I like this one. It's portable. All you have to do, and I think battery life on this is like 3 hours. Is it's a 300 milliamp hour battery. It's a very small battery. It's in here. Basically, about 2 to 3 hours. So you're not gonna be all day with this outside. But you fully charge it. Then what you do is, of course, you could turn it on and off. So when you're not using it, turn it off. And so this would have came in handy for me when I was doing the active loop antenna back in the days with the copper loop. And that one did pretty good. But I noticed that there were certain things I couldn't do with it. But now I could probably make another one and use this one and make it portable. I could take it with me. Like the MLA30, like a portable MLA30. Yeah, something like that. But, I got a couple of things I want to do with this. But I definitely want to try this out with the donut antennas. Because I seen a couple of people use an amplifier like this with donut antennas. And it seems to improve it. I think it gives a little better performance on these donut antennas. Okay, so, and they're very inexpensive. They're not that expensive. I mean, this one is $26, free shipping. So, but I got mine for $19 and change with the it was I think it was free shipping also. No, was it free shipping? And it was total like $19 and change. But I'm not gonna get that for another, probably a week or so, maybe a week and a half. So yeah, but I don't have that loop anymore. I took the copper element off of that one and put it on my MLA30. Because the original copper element, I used the copper tubing with a balun. And then I had another low noise amplifier. I still have it. It's upstairs. But that one, I had to power it from here. That one did not have a battery inside. You know, this one has a battery inside. So all I need to do is charge up this one, and I don't have to have a power source hooked up to it all the time. So that's why the other one, it was nice, but you know, it was pretty good. I mean, I was getting good. Shortwave was very good. It was good on shortwave. On medium wave, it was a little noisy, but I think that was more because of at that time no, it was also a little bit overloading on medium wave. But I got another one I may make. I may make one with PVC. I have the PVC in the boiler room. Remember the PVC piping? I made the frame already, but I haven't used it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll run a wire around it or something, and then I'll hook up some kind of balun, and then I'll try it like that, and then I'll try it with the amplifier and see if I can pick up signal with that one. That one I was gonna run a few turns of wire because it's pretty big, and that would have been my biggest loop. So they're handy for that. Like, you know, if you want to do for example, if you want to do loop on the ground, you can use this to amplify it, power it up. And you can also use these on not only HF, you can also use them on VHF. For example, FM. If you want to boost the FM signal, you can use this. You know, I have two of them. I have two amplifiers that I bought years ago. They both work okay, but with any amplifier, if you don't get a signal, you're not gonna get a signal. That's it. You have to. So you know, with an antenna like this, what you do is you tune it in, you get the signal, you lock in the signal, you have your amplifier, then you hear on maybe if you got a weak signal, with that you flip on the switch and maybe you can hear it better. Probably make it more audible. Now, if it's noise, you're gonna bring up the noise floor too. It's gonna happen. But you'll be able to hear the signal better with that. You can flip it over and turn on the switch, and Let me see what this one. See, in here is very noisy.
When somebody says, "Well, you know what? It's night," I know you're gonna
You
tell
hear
me.
that whining? That's the noise of everything around.
If somebody says, "Well,
Of
it's
course, I could tune it a little bit.
Let me. Listen. I always want the best. I want it. How much is this going to cost? Well, look, it's going to cost $100. In my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, right.
No, it's so noisy.
I want the bad news. I want to prepare for the bad news. To me,
What is this noise? That's noise. So I want to take this outside. I may even tonight, but I'm not gonna do live stream tonight. But maybe tomorrow. I may, the weather's getting nicer now. I want to be outside with this. I want to have this. I'm gonna have it on my stand. I'm also gonna have the Lazy Susan, so I can rotate it. I'm gonna rotate it also. I have Did I bring them? I have them upstairs. I have to bring them down. I have the Lazy Susan. I can rotate it too. And I'm gonna hook it up the amplifier. And I want to see if I could DX with all that. So it's gonna have the donut. So I basically bought it for the donut antennas. So I'm gonna hook this up with the donut antenna, and with the turntable. We're gonna rotate it, and I'll do some. I'll do a live stream. I'll do a live stream out there with it, and it's probably gonna have to be on the weekend, only because I don't want somebody complaining that I'm making noise. If they can hear me, because you're talking, so I have to. I think I'll be fine, but you know, 'cause when I'm out there doing that, I'm not doing a live stream. I'm not talking, and have it on consistent all the time. I just go out there. When I'm out there in the late night, I just when I'm making a video, I'll tune it lower, and then when I hear good signal and it's locked in, then I'll pump up the volume, and then I'll make my video. Then I pump it back down because I don't want to disturb people, you know. So even though there's small radios like this, when it's 3 in the morning, you can hear this radio across the street. When it's 3 in the morning, okay. It's different right now, but when it's 3 in the morning in the backyard and it's quiet out here, this radio is gonna sound a lot louder. So I wanna make sure I don't bother anybody. So okay, let me see what my son is doing. I'll be right back. In the meanwhile, let me put this radio on. Okay, I can't. I don't want. No, I don't want to copyright. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Give a break, man.
Quarterbacks. They only picked 2 last night.
All right, 10 wins.
That an unknown scrawny kid named Tom Brady was chosen in the 6th round of the 2000 draft. He was a 199th overall pick by the New England Patriots, and we all know how that turned out, right? We're back in a moment.
We all hear the radio ads from the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-595-1395. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmares today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-595-1395. That's 800-595-1395. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, my name is Addy, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Philo, the TV streaming service that puts its audience first. What does that mean? It means no hidden fees and no long contracts. It means 24/7 customers.
All right, see, there you go. Yeah. So you've been catching Radio Havana lately? I have not heard any of them. But I haven't been tuning lately. Since the live stream, I haven't tuned anything. Only local stuff. Only local stuff. So yeah, that HD receiver should be here by Tuesday, and then this is gonna be here sometime the week after. And then I'm gonna be making I'll be out there doing receptions. I'm gonna do it soon with this the way it is. And then when that gets here, I'm gonna do a comparison between this and the with the amplifier. I saw some videos of people using amplifiers. I don't know about this one, but I've seen other people use different ones, and it does help. It does help, especially with a weak signal, like weak audio, and like a weak signal, you could barely hear it, and then you flip on the amplifier and you can hear it better. Like when I made that video on WHO 1040 with the little SI 4732 mini pocket radio, you could barely hear it because it was very low. First of all, that radio sounds very low. It's very low audio. But second, I couldn't put the camera too close to it because it'll overload. So if I would have had this, I could have probably boosted the signal a little bit, maybe, and probably heard it better. So that's another radio I want to try it out with, the SI 4732. And I may look into I know they're up to version 2.11. I was looking into upgrading it, but when I read the stuff about it, there's nothing compelling for me to upgrade it at this point. Right now I have version 1.08. I'm happy with that one the way it is. I know they're up to 2.11 right now, but it's nothing. It's a little minor fixes here and there, but nothing that I want to really upgrade to. And the last thing I want to do is break my radio for good. Although that radio is pretty resilient, like even if you break the radio, you can just install another firmware over it. What you do is you turn it off, you turn it back on, and you plug it into the computer again. As long as you can see it on your device manager, you could run another firmware update on it. In fact, my radio DXer made a video on that the other day. He actually purposely bricked his radio. He purposely bricked it. Just to show you that, even if you brick it by accident, you could just re-upload the firmware and it'll be fine. So he made a video on that. Anyway, just go check out his channel and look for that video. So that radio is very resilient when it comes to bricking. It's not a permanent brick. It's just that you won't hear the radio and you're not gonna get a display, but the radio still turns on and off. As long as the radio can turn on and off, and you can see it, there's a little red light on the side of the radio. As long as the little red light is on the radio, you could just put another firmware update on it and bring it back to life. So you don't have to, because the first time I did, I thought I bricked it for good. And then I went ahead and tried it, and then I believe I was the first video. I believe I made the first video on that topic. That go ahead and put another upgrade on it. As long as the radio turns on, even though you don't get a display on the radio, you should be able to put another firmware in there and go to another version and bring that one back. Because some versions out there are some versions are buggy. I know there's one version that if you upload it, depending on what chip you have on your radio, because now all the radios have the same chip, you can get like what they call an inverted image. It's like backwards, upside down, or upside down. Oh no, yeah, it's upside down. The image, the screen. So there's a fix for that one. I think that's what happened to Mario DXer. I think he tried the one that I did on the video, the original one, and now he got it inverted or something. And then he went to the Facebook group, and there's a file in there how to fix the inverted one. And then he fixed it. So when you get that radio, let me bring it up right here. Since I'm talking about it, I might as well have it here on the screen. Yeah, it's hot. You see, it's hot. 800 plus sold. It's hot. Everybody buying this radio now. So when you break it, you don't see the display. It's blank, right? And you're not gonna hear it either. You're not gonna hear it. You're not gonna hear the audio on it. But when you flip it, there's a little hole with a little light. You're gonna see, if you see a red light, that means the radio is on. So as the radio turns on, you just turn it as a switch it, you turn it on and off. So as the radio, as long as the little red light is on at the bottom of the radio, just plug it into the computer again and just add the firmware, and it'll come back. It's the only radio. It's the only radio that I know that you can purposely break it and bring it back. You know, it's a cute radio though. It is a cute radio. When I first got it, I was skeptical about the performance, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's for what it does, it's a pretty good. It's pretty amazing what the radio can do. You know, uh, it had that single sideband. It does RDS. And when I mean by single sideband, it does lower sideband and upper sideband. And does RDS on FM. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry. Bandwidth settings. It has a whole bunch of bandwidth settings on it. Let me zoom in here. See, look. Get a close up. See, like the bandwidth settings. See, like the bandwidth setting. They got automatic gain control. For a radio, that inexpensive. Um, it does a lot. It does a lot for a radio that is inexpensive. And I don't want to say cheap because it's inexpensive, because it does a lot. I mean, imagine a radio like this 30 years ago, how much it would have cost you. A radio that has single sideband and RDS 30 years ago, how much it would have cost 30 years ago, just going back 30 years. It would have been, a couple of $100 or more, right? It would have been, it would have been up. It's not. It would not be. It would not be $25. I paid $27 for mine with the donut antenna. $27. That's how much I paid for mine. This one I don't know why he's selling it for $57. That's just ridiculous. But now they're selling the whole thing like that. Well, notice the price went up. We see the price went up here. Yeah, the price went up on these. Wow, look at the price on them now. Wow, price went up on these. Well, this guy's selling them. That's too high. Let me see. This guy's selling them for $26. And this one got the metal knob. So I got the original one with the smaller knob. Yeah, they also $26 here. All right. Yeah. All All right. Anyway, I don't see the Argentinian guy here, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry when people say, oh, you gotta say, I can't do that because I have to shut everything down. If I do, if right now I'm doing FTA, if I have to go to voice mode, I have to go over here. I have to shut down this software. Then I have to go over here and change it, and it's a hassle. It's a hassle. I don't want to do it just for one. I'm sorry, I can't. You just can't do it. Okay, let me lock it there. There you go. RRT 080 Eton Elite Executive are selling it for around $50 on eBay now. Let me check. Eton Elite Executive, right? Because I have the field radio. Yeah, I see it here for 55. There you go. So this one is 55 with the case. This one is 44. Pre-owned, of course. They're all pre-owned, by the way. These are all not brand new. These are all 42. This one $34. Man, I may want to pick one up. I have the Field BT radio, which is the one without the keypad. I have the one with the big old knob. And I paid about $50 for that one. I got about $50 too, the other one. Where is that? It's in the other room. That's not bad. Let's look at this one. Let me see. Let me put a full screen. And then yeah, I got a nice case. Has airband. Single side man, of course. Wait, long way. Okay. Has RDS. Okay, has RDS. There you go, RDS. FM or audio. Okay. Let me see. So you got the airband. You got the hey, maybe what happened is then there's a surplus of them now. Price drop. Or they're trying to sell them off before it might go up. I don't know. That's not bad. That's a pretty good price. DX switch. Okay, 6 volt. Okay, so the same thing. It's the same thing as the yeah, but so are you gonna buy one? It looks interesting. I mean, I have the bigger one. I have the BT. I have the bigger one. Of course, this is smaller. This is this is not the big Eton, but it's nice. It looks interesting. The other thing is, I don't know how they. I'll say one thing though. I'll say one thing. Remember, you got the Texan PO330, right? Although, I mean, that's pretty good. That's a good price. That's a good price. Or best offer. So I could put this on the watch list, and I'll get an offer for cheaper price. Interesting. I'll look into this one. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. But I ain't gonna buy it now because I already spent them. I already spent the money on the Sony XDR-S3. So I already bought that one. But that's not bad. I mean, I could make an offer and get it cheaper. Remember, look, if you look at it here, look at the prices here. Let me go to let me sort of by shipping and buy now. Let me see what the cheapest price. So the cheapest price is this one. $34.95 with $10 delivery. And that's a new listing. That's gonna be gone. Somebody's gonna buy that one. It's not gonna stay here long. New listing, that's gonna be gone. Let me see. Hello, Airbenz TV Project. I hope you're doing well and welcome to the live stream, my friend. Let me see this one. It looks good. Looks nice condition. Nice looking radio. I like that he took a lot of pictures. There's a little bit right there worn, but that's okay. I don't care about that. Little. I like that he took pictures. He took a lot of pictures, so that's good. See, I like people that take a lot of pictures and show. You know, he's not hiding. He's not hiding. That's good. That's good. It looks nice though. Looks like it looks. You know, if I didn't buy the other one, I would have pulled the trigger on this one. Yeah. Oh, you got a new one. Cool. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. It looks pretty good. $34, $49. This one is in the box. He says new. Now, this one we were on. No. Yeah, we were looking at. Yeah, this one we were just looking at. In the box, right? Yeah, in the with case. Okay, it's another one. Okay. So the other one was 55. This is 49. So let me see how this one looks in the box. Let's see the box. Got the box. Okay. Yeah, it looks interesting. Right now, I already spent my YouTube thing. I have to wait now. You know, unless I can get some super chats going, I'll get it soon. I would order one. I would order this. It looks good. It looks interesting. Yeah, I will pick one out. Wow. Yeah, I would pick one out. But I already bought that Sony one, man. I would have known this like 5 days ago. But then again, I really wanted the Sony. I really wanted an HD radio. I really want another HD radio because I want it for FM, DX, My next radio, I may pick this one up. I may pick it up. It looks good price. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. All selling like look, $50. $50. Wow. Yeah, good prices. Wow. Pretty cool. Tanzania. Okay, let me see Tanzania. Okay, let me make contact with Tanzania. Tanzania. Okay, Tanzania. So I make contact with Tanzania. Yeah, it's a good price. Let me see, what am I? Sorry. The SW YouTube channel. Yeah, Andre. That's the name, Andre. Yeah. I don't sub this channel. I have my reason, but I don't want to, Anyway, I want to knock another channel right now. Because I found certain things suspicious. I'll leave it at that. It looks interesting. He brought RT08 brought this up, and look, it's I think there must be a surplus of them somewhere. A surplus. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of them too. There's a lot of people selling it for for that price. Wow. I have to look at Todderberg. Todderberg has this radio. I have to look. I have to go. I have to watch his review. I gotta go to Todderberg and see. I know he has his radio. Who else has his radio that I know of? I know Todderberg has it. Todderberg. Who else? Anyway, I'll look it out on YouTube. I want to see who. But anyway, I'll look at it. But I know you brought it up last time when I had my field my field radio. Excuse me. Hello, Elmer time. Don't you dare make me buy another. No, I don't, because I was this close. I was this close to buying the Radtel RT860 because I didn't want to wait for the guy. I don't think they're gonna send me one because I haven't heard from them. And the thing is, I didn't really want to buy the radio, the Radtel, the handheld. I didn't want to get it because I thought they were going to send me one by now. But then they came out with a GPS version of the radio. The Radtel RT860G. So I was like, okay. But now I heard they're coming out with another one. Supposed to be out by in another month. I think it's the 990 or the 980. So I'm like, they're releasing them so fast. They're releasing them so fast. And I know Quang Shang, I know a bunch of people make videos on the Quang Shang right now. The Quang Shang. Wow. Wow. Thank you, RT08. $49.99. Well, minus, YouTube is going to take something out of that. But, wow. Oh, man. Now I have to get it. Wow. Oh, let me heart that comment. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Wow, cool. Thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now I need to break the 100. Now I need about so I can get it by next month, because now I have to wait till the 21st of May. So $10 total, just around $10, and then with the clicks I should be right there. But thank you. Wow, that's a big, because I already have 40. I'm close now. The threshold is I got to get $100 on, so I can get paid next month. Wow, nice. Yeah, now I'm gonna get it. I have to get it now. So as soon as YouTube sends me that, I should get it hopefully by the 21st. because I have to wait to even if I went over 100 this month, I have to wait for the next cycle now. I just got paid, but I already bought the Sony one, and I bought that the low noise amplifier. So my money went on that, and of course, rest of it was miscellaneous stuff like beer. Beer. That's what I have left is beer. Wow, thank you, RT08. Oh my God, you just made my day. You made my Friday, bro. You made my weekend right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. So thank you very much. Yeah, I know that's a great buy. Exactly. One more time. Any full band, I'm so excited. I'm getting any full band single sideband receiver at $50 or less is a great buy. Exactly, and that's a great buy. Well, not this one, not $69. That's way too high. But right here, let me sort it out by price. I did sort it out by price. Okay, that's just a radio stand. So I don't know why they had that one there. I already have a radio stand. I had the acrylic one. Man, wow. I think I'll just pay out my pocket and I'll get reimbursed anyway. I may order it for the next 48 hours, 24 hours. What I'll do, you know what I'm going to do? What's a new one at? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? What's the main offer one? Oh, you got yours from Amazon. Oh, let me go to Amazon. Even better. Oh, yeah, let me go to Amazon. All right, let me go to Amazon. Okay, we're done with this donut. Amazon. Because I can pull some strings on Amazon, but I don't really want to do this. So let me see. Eton Elite Executives right there. Look, it is right there. It's tracking me. Oh no, not oh their price spiked up on Amazon. Oh, forget about it. No, forget about Amazon. It's like $124 on Amazon. Yeah, it spiked up. Wait a minute, let me sort it out. Hold up. That's a sponsor link. I'm not messing with that. Let's see. Yeah, over $100 on Amazon. It's only 3 listings. Yeah, Amazon is gone. Yeah, Amazon is gone. Amazon is gone. It's $124 on Amazon. No, I'm not paying $124. All right, eBay. So anyway, I'm gonna put on the watch list. I'll put a few of them on the watch list, and somebody's gonna contact me with a deal. So let me go back here. Let me put Eton again. Let me put that. Let me sort it out by price. Well, this one, what did I click on? This one says brand new. The 55 one, it's free shipping, brand new, and it's coming from where? Indiana. Okay, Indiana, brand new. I'm gonna add it to the watch list because since this one says it's brand new, it says brand new. I put on the watch list. I put on the watch list. Yeah, I know they're crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy, right? Amazon is crazy right now. Hello, Papi, or Papier Cree Tour. I hope I didn't butcher that. If you want a real DX portable, have a look at a Sony XDR-S3HD. I have to look into that. Let me see what that is. Let me see Sony. I need to search it over here. Let me minimize this one. Open up another tab. You're making me open too many tabs, man. I'm gonna crash the screen. Let me see. SRF. What is it? 39. Yeah, but that radio I talked about, the Sony one, that's for HD radio. That's for AM, FM, digital, RDS, and HD. That's another radio that I bought. That one is coming on Tuesday. So I don't know which one you're talking about with this one. There's a little port, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. It's okay. They even got the prison one. So that's the one you're talking about. You're talking about this one? Okay, it was a radio. Yeah, I'm not paying. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm not paying $80 for that. That's ridiculous. This one has it in black, but it's not the FP. So the FP is the federal prison one. Let's see. I wonder how much. Let's see. That's not the FP one. Yeah, but I don't want. I don't want to pay that much for a small radio. I mean, I'm sure it does work well. I mean, I have a Sony ICF-20, which is the one I have. I have the ICF-26, and that one works pretty good. I have the Sony ICF-26. Where's it at? I'll show you. I have that one, and that one is pretty good. That's analog. No DSP. That's analog. But I had it over there in the boiler room. I think it's over here somewhere. What the hell is that? What the hell I put it? I think I put it away. Anyway, I gotta find it though. I got a mess in here. Anyway, I have the P20, the ICF P26, and that one, yeah, I have the 26. Anyway, I don't have it here. I think I put it up. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll find it. I have the 26, and that one is pretty good. That one, I just did a video on it the other day. I got a meeting with KXCL, Waterloo, Iowa, into Yonkers. No loop, no nothing. I just had it with I hanged it up with the lanyard. I rotated it around and I picked up KXCL. Boom. That's a good radio. Of course, then they came out with an ICF-27, and that one is a piece of junk. That's the one with the DSP and but I have the 26. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I added this to the watch list. So let me see if they send me an offer. Let me see if they send me an offer. Oh, if you put on the watch list, See, they already have it in 2 carts. Some people already have it in carts. And 11 people, 11 watch lists. See the watch list? 11 people have it on their watch list. So what happens is, sometimes you gotta wait like about a day, and then I'll get an offer. They'll send me an offer. They'll say, "Oh, would you like to buy it for, you know, $48? You know, they'll bump it down. They'll knock out like, whatever. And I'll be like, okay, or I'll say, you know what? How about this price? And then, or you can make an offer. I can make an offer. This one I can make an offer. I don't want to make the offer. Let them make the offer for. I'm not in a hurry to buy it. They want to make an offer, then whatever. So when you see something like this that you might be interested in, but you don't want to buy it, I put it on the watch list. Always put it on the watch list. Always put it on the watch list and let it sit there. And look, I'll show you. I'll show you. See, look. I was looking at this one, and somebody sent me an offer. See, I had it on the watch list. And look, GD Super Radio 2. They were selling for this, but they sent me this offer for the G Super Radio 2. But I don't want to buy it. I'll just say, let me put it. I was thinking about getting the Super Radio 2. And then over here, of course, see, right now, they just sent me that. You see? Originally, it was this price, but they sent me this offer. So I could say, you know what? I'll take it. Always put it on the watch list. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, do I really need it? No. I mean, I'm happy with it. But I'll look at it. But see, when you put on the watch list, you got to wait like 24 to 48 hours, and boom, I got this one yesterday. Was it yesterday? See, I still got a day to think about it. See, I was looking at this one too, but I bought this one. This is the one I ordered. I'm going to get this one on Tuesday. This is the one I bought. But you see this one? Somebody sent me, it's only $1. Not even $1. There's another one. I was just looking at them, but I always put them on the watch list. Because when you put on the watch list, like this one, $64. I thought about buying this one, but now I got the Sony one. Now I got the this one. And I got mine for $40 because I really wanted this one. Because I want a competitor of the HDT1, and I want to compare them on FMDXing, on HD reception, and also this one is a great medium wave DXer too. This one, so I want to do medium wave DXing with this one. And this one, I don't need my Sanjian. I need to hook that one up to a stereo receiver. This one has speakers already here. This one I can just hook it up. Boom, that's it. So I can apply this one in the boiler room. I hook it up and that's it. But yeah, so always do that because you get offers. Look, I got offers on all of these. Because I was looking the last few days after I got paid. But I went with the Sony. Because that one was a real good price. I got mine for $40. I got this one for $40. This is the one I wanted. And that's a good price. That's still a good price for this one. Molina, that's still a good price for this one. Believe me. And this one of them looks better than the one that I'm getting. The one that I'm getting is kind of beat up over here, but I don't care about it. They can be fixable, but it's a cosmetic thing. And this guy's selling it for parts only. Forget about that. It's parts only. I don't care about that. Parts only nonsense. So this one is selling it for 80. Yeah. But I really wanted another HD tuner. But now I have this one. I'm good now. Now I'm good. I got the Sangean HD tuner and I got a Sony HD tuner. Because Sony's are pretty good. They're very good on and actually, and like I said, they rate this one better than the Sangean one that I have. So Papier Creek. I'm just gonna say Papier. Oh, I would go to the Sony 2010 old but excellent rated. Be prepared for some issues. Yeah, I don't want no. I have my I have my ICF 2002. That's fine with me. I don't really want no. That's another thing. I don't really want no more older portables. I really don't want any more of those.